I'm with Hani Morad from the Lions Club Bethlehem. Now, Hani, what is the Lions Club Bethlehem?
The Lions Club City of Peace Bethlehem is one of more than 43,000 clubs distributed all around the world of Lions Club International. It's an organization that has its headquarters in the US. It started 100 years ago. It has about 1.5 million members all over the world. And we're just part of that.
And when were you started in Bethlehem, and why were you started?
Well, it started in Bethlehem. It started in 1956. And it went on until 1967. And I remember my father was one of the members. But in 1967, right after the June War, they were asked to join the Israeli district, and they declined. And they stopped their operations in the spring of 1968. All the clubs in Palestine have done that. We've revived it in the year 2009. And so we've been going since then.
How many members do you have?
We have 41 right now in Bethlehem, divided into the Bethlehem City of Peace Lions Club, which is the main club. We have a branch of younger ladies who call themselves the Bethlehem Star Lions. And we started a new branch that will hopefully become a club also in Jerusalem. It's called the East Jerusalem Lions Club.
What is your mission here?
We do just like all other Lions clubs do. We are very local. We help our community. And in case we need something really big, then we can lean on our brothers in the international world to help. But we do small little things.
So what sort of projects would you get involved in?
Well, we've done all kinds of things, from buying equipment to hospitals to supporting people going on trips to supporting children with hearing aids. We do one big thing which is directly to the poor as the Christmas parcels that we do. We take part in the Christmas market in Bethlehem, and we do our own meats and breads and things, and we sell. And then this year we've been able to provide 82 parcels with envelopes of 400 shekels in cash each, which is about $100, a bit more, 100 euros. And each one of us who identifies a poor family or two, we just give them to the poor for Christmas.
So this is really working in the community and helping the local community, isn't it?
Yes, very much so. That's what we do more than anything else.
Are there many Lions clubs in Palestine?
There's one in Ramallah that we started ourselves. It started as a branch from Bethlehem Lions Club. And now it is in Ramallah. It's been going on for the last 1.5 years. So it's nice.
Do you join up with other Lions groups around the world?
Yeah, well, part of the District 351, which is Lebanon, Jordan, Palestine, and Iraq, of course. But Iraq is, like, right now non-existent.
So do you actually go and visit these other Lions clubs in your district?
Yeah, we do a lot of activities together. In fact, we've had leadership training course in February, just last year, and that was not only it was organized by our district in Jordan, and it was attended by several Lions from Arab countries. We have another thing called the All Arab Lions, and that's also something where we meet once a year with, depending where the place is. This last year was in Cairo.
Is it good to meet together and have some fellowship together?
It's very nice, and we also learn from each other's experiences. We listen to what others do in terms of projects. How do they do their support? We've been introduced during the Cairo meeting to Lions Quest, which is some work that is being done in schools. And we are looking forward to be able to implement Lions Quest in Palestine in the near future.
Is this helping to develop good leaders?
First and foremost, yes. It first makes sure that it helps create good citizens. It's not enough to be good in your math or your languages. What you need to be is a good human being. And we have to encourage the spirit of volunteerism, encourage everybody to be able to help their communities the way they can, and to do as much work as possible without having to expect anything in return.
Do you think we need to see more of this within Palestinian society?
I think we're desperate for more of this. the Palestinian society is a poor society, extremely poor. And when you put that into context, you realize that poverty is probably the biggest enemy of humanity. Because once you're poor, the only thing you can think of is how to secure your food. And then you become very much like an animal, really. Because survival takes over. It's an instinct. And that thing takes over, protecting yourself and protecting your people, your family, and making sure that you have food on the table for tomorrow is their biggest concern. And nothing else really matters. No environment, no politeness, nothing. Survival.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of people in poverty that are relying on you?
Well, not on us directly. We don't do that because we're a humanitarian organization rather than a charity organization. And although we do quite a bit of charity work every once in a while, we would rather go into things that are like into now what we're planning on doing is to go into the prevention of diabetes in society, helping the blind, supporting youth as in Lion's Quest. We feel that these things are much more valuable than just providing parcels for Christmas, which we gladly do. I mean, they're really, really popular. But our priorities are going more and more towards humanitarian activity and not charity.
Do you have many youth in your organisation?
We have people in their 30s in Lions Club. We hope now with the Lions Quest starting soon, I hope. Don't really know when because it takes time. Because for Lions Quest, we will get support from from Lions Club International. We will get financial support and training support. So that takes a little time to organize. So once that happens, we feel that youth is probably one of the most important things that we should be taking care of. We have another activity next week, for instance, where we'll be supporting the Palestine Philharmonic. And that's another youth thing that we feel. With us, it goes underneath the youth between brackets.
Yeah, yeah. You've already mentioned Christmas. Do you do special things for the religious holidays?
Not really, no. We are not a religious organization. We are neither religious nor political. We don't discuss politics and religion at Lions International, which is humanitarian people. But we do, I mean, it's inevitable that we do this thing that we do. We take part in the Christmas market and we make sure that our Christmas parcels for the poor are not just basic foods. We feel that Christmas is also a time of joy, so we want to help out with them, giving them some cash to pay some debts maybe, on making sure they have some chocolate or a bottle of wine maybe, or something festive and not necessarily basic rice, flour, oil and ghee or butter.
Something special.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, yeah. And how can people join if they want to see change in their society?
Well, that's where the problem lies. Lions depends on one of the Lion members proposing new members. It doesn't come from the outside in. It goes from the inside out. And we have a committee. We have one person responsible for new memberships. And we have a committee that looks into the membership possibility. And then we have a rule that if two members of our members say no, then that person doesn't come in.
Do you have to be committed to be a Lion?
You have to be committed. We pay. It costs to be a Lion. It's not just volunteerism. We are a 100% volunteer organization. We don't get paid for anything. And even in our activities, and if we need some money for the club, we do our own activities. We collect money from members, and we do not take money that we do in a fundraising event to club activities. The big separation there. Very, very precise separation. And we pay international fees for the international, and then that would help us, for example, with Lions Quest, and we get some money back. We have the LCIF, which is Lions and Club International Foundation, where we will be working right now together with the St. John's Hospital in Jerusalem to get a fund of about $500,000. Support from Lions International directly through us to the hospital, so we can get those things, and we pay for the district. And whenever we have anything that needs to be done urgently, like just an example, some small little place that takes care of disabled children, all of a sudden have no money enough to buy fuel for the winter. So we get to know about this, and we just these are urgent things. We just go into our pockets, take money out, and collect it and give it to these people. So we don't we it costs to be a lion, but it's a pleasure to be able to serve the community in such a fantastic way.
Are you making a difference in the community?
We think so. We seem to be quite popular in whatever we do. We had an activity yesterday where we walked in Makhrur up in Bejala. We had about 120 people plus children, and it was a fantastic event. It got us all together. We were out in nature, and we made sure that everybody behaved properly and that nobody would litter anywhere, or we even collected garbage that wasn't and things. And then we had a vegetarian lunch. It was a wonderful little thing. And then we made a little money, which we will be giving to another little organization in Bejala that takes care of disabled children. And they just needed a little bit of money to be able to buy diapers and washing powder and stuff like that. So that money goes to them.
Why do you do what you do?
We do what we do because we believe that our society we have been fortunate enough to have been provided for in this society. And we feel that we should be paying back. Some of it has to come back, and we do it that way. We are thankful for our society. We are all, I must admit again, we are all advantaged, and we have been fortunate enough to have lived well and good and away from hunger and poverty and misery, and we feel that it's obligation as part of being thankful to pay back.
And what's your hope for the future for the Lions Club here in Palestine?
Well, just like any other Palestinian, our hopes are very, very clear. We want a state of our own. We want a state that really functions, a democracy that's really, really nice, it's beautiful. We want to get rid of the Israeli occupation, of course, just like a Palestinian. Our hopes and thoughts are just like anybody else's.
Okay, Hani, thank you very much.
Thank you.